good, sports head? I'm a bit stressed this morning. But welcome to the Daily Sports Update. And what a 25 hours of sport has been. It's absolutely amazing. I feel absolutely fantastic. We'll get into why I'm feeling so good later on in the show. But check it out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on the beach. Lovely Acapulco, Mexico. Love Mexico, man. Shout out to Tito, our Mexican in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. I think I should get the shirt off. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Get the shirt off after the show. Lie a bit on the beach. Have a little bit of suntan. Acapulco, Mexico. Fantastic stuff. We have an absolute bombastic show today. I've been up since 5:15 this morning, getting all the information, reading newspapers. It's been stressful. I just finished now. That's why I am a bit 1 minute late there. But let's get straight into the talk. New Zealand are under. Let's get into the topics for this morning. There we go. We have, of course, sumo starts this morning, athletics, world championships. We've got some football, boxing, rugby, Eurobasket as well. We've got some WNBA, some NFL, and some Major League Baseball. That are the topics for today. Let's get them out of here. And actually, there's only one place we can start this quickly, and that's a sporting event that is underway at the moment. Yes, boxing. Canelo Alvarez against Terence Crawford for the super middleweight division there. 4 belts on the line. WBA, WBO, WBL, IBF titles on the line there. I think they're in around round 2 or 3 now. Absolutely fantastic. Boxing. If you can, check it out. It is amazing. Let's get that one out of the way. Vic will give you the results tomorrow. That's gone. Then, of course, we're going to get... I'm going to check out the chat because there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people in the chat this morning. Let's get into the next thing that's really got a real soft spot for some sumo. It is day 1 of the Tokyo Basho and the Kokugikan in Tokyo. It is day 1. Oh, no, I'm not going to get that one. There it is, our last winner there, Kota Shoho with the Empress Cup. And it is day 1, so I'll run quickly through the lineup of day 1. I'm just going to get the other one, it's a bit bigger for me. We'll get only to the real nitty gritty. We won't get into all of them. And it's Kota Shoho, the last Basho winner against Wakamoto Haro. Hiradoumi against Goyama. Takayasu, the bear, the old man, against Atama Fuji. Oho fights Kirishima. Wata Takakake fights Hakuo. And then Kota Sakura. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty of the big boys. Kota Sakura will fight my man Abi. That's going to be an interesting bout there. Tamawashi, the Iron Man of sumo. He goes up against Hoshoryu, the 2 Mongolians. That one should be an epic battle. And then last but not least, we have Ono Sato against the up-and-coming young Ukrainian Aoishiki. I hope I pronounced that right. It's tough. Those are the lineups for the day, starting in about 2 hours' time. Sumo, baby. Fantastic. Then, of course, we're going to get into something else that's also in Japan, in Tokyo as well. It is the athletics. The World Athletics Championship takes place in Tokyo for the next, I think, 2 weeks. So let's get into some results from yesterday. I've just put all over the screen so you can see it. We did have the men's 35k walk, won by Even Dunphy of Canada. The women had also the 35 kilometer walk by Maria Perez of España. Then there was some relay. That was the mixed 4x100 relay where the Dutch are normally really good, but they only got the silver medal. It was the USA that gets the gold. Belgium getting 3rd. Then the women's 10,000 meters. Beatrice Chebet of Kenya. That was about a given that a Kenyan or Ethiopian will win, but there was an Italian there in 2nd. Nadia Battocetti came 2nd, so well done to her. And then we still had the men's shot put, which was a tough competition there as well. But Ryan Grozier of the USA took that one for Utziel Muniz of Mexico. That was, let's get that one out of the way there. World Championship. I'll just tell you what's coming up today on the athletics finals. The night session, they will have the women's discus tonight. Lovely stuff. We'll have the women's 100 meters semi-final. Oh, no, that's not important. Women's long jump finals also tonight. Women's 100 meter semi-finals in. Men's 10,000 semi-finals are in. And then at the end of the evening, men's 10,000 meter final, women's 100 meter finals, and the men's 100 meter finals there. So check that out. That should be super interesting. Athletics. And it's gone. I just check the chat quickly. What's going on? It's just High Life in there. He's waiting for the WNBA High Life. Can't wait for that stuff. Talking about stuff. Some of the white stuff. Let's get straight into football. Premier League. There we go. Had some games yesterday in the Premier League. Arsenal thrashed Nottingham Forest 3-0. And not a good start to his training, to his coaching start there at Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth beat Brighton 2-1. Palace and Sunderland draw 0-0. Everton, Aston Villa, also a 0-0 game. Fulham beating Leeds 1-0. Newcastle beating Wolverhampton 1-0. West Ham losing out to Spurs 0-3. And Brentford and Chelsea drawing 2-2. Amazing. We'll get some other football results from around Europe. I'll just run quickly through them. Some results. I'm not going to go through all the results, just the main players here. Bundesliga, Heidenheim losing to Dortmund 2-0 and Bayern thrashing Hamburg 5-0. Then we go down to the French. Nothing really happened there. Nothing good teams. Serie A, Italy, Juventus against Inter 4-3 for Juventus. That must have been a cracking game. And Fiorentina losing to Napoli 3-1. And old Rasmus Højlund, for all you Man United supporters, starts the game, scores goals. There is a voodoo over Old Trafford, I think. And then in the Primera División in Spain, we had Real Sociedad and Real Madrid, 2-1 to Madrid. And we had Atletico Madrid beating Villarreal 2-0. That's your football roundup for today. Let's get the Premier League out of here. Then we're going to go into rugby, baby. Rugby. Yes, rugby. I feel a little queasy. Never mind. We're not going to get to the main thing yet. We're going to go into the Currie Cup first. Yes, the Currie Cup. Were semi-finals yesterday. And there they are. The Lions beat Boerland 67-19. And the Griquas beat the Cheetahs 25-5. That means Lions will have a home final game against the Griquas. That is on next Saturday. Definitely live on this channel. So join us for that one. Currie Cup Rugby. Super, baby. Then, of course, it was the Rugby Championship yesterday. Cheers to all my New Zealand friends. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Auckland has officially become, Wellington has officially become a part of South Africa. We've annexed it. It's ours. The whole city is ours. Ours. Never mind about that. There were the results yesterday, and it was a cracking day of rugby. Australia lost at home there in Sydney against Argentina, 26-28. Shout out to Menno Rossi. The Argentinians played well, but they were up 28-7 at one stage. And of course, the last 20 minutes, the Aussies tried to get back into it. But this time, not like the week before, this time the Argentinians held on and took the win home. And then the hammering down there in Wellington. New Zealand 10. South Africa 43, the Bokke reigns supreme. What a game of rugby. I was losing my nut. I lost my tie first, then I lost the shirt. I was doing the whole topless, well, from here. It was a freaking amazing. It was the biggest hammering New Zealand took at home. They've never lost this high. You boys took one hell of a beating, as Vic would say. Morning, Marnus. It was absolutely an amazing game of rugby. New Zealand was still leading 10-7 at half time. And in second half, the Bokke came out to play. As you can see, it was amazing. No, it was fantastic. What a game of rugby if you are a Bokke supporter. That was absolutely unbelievable. Well, let's get that out of the way. I've tormented the poor New Zealanders enough. Then we get into the Women's World Cup. And they just turned around. Some results there. New Zealand did beat South Africa in the women, but that was to be expected. New Zealand 5-time world champions, South Africa first-time quarter-final qualifiers. But shout out to the Bokke ladies who did well there. New Zealand 46, South Africa 17. And then Canada absolutely destroyed Australia 46-6. Those two ladies have booked their place in the next round. They will face each other in the semis. And then this afternoon, we do have France against Ireland, England against Scotland. It's going to be a cracker. So, I don't know what games we're doing there. Vic hasn't decided if he wants to do one. I'm not doing any ladies' games today because we are doing Premiership football. Man City against Man United live on this channel, but I'll plug everything at the end. And that's your rugby. And it's out here. Then, of course, we got some Eurobasket. Yes, Eurobasket. The final is this evening, 8 o'clock Central European time, live on the channel. It is Deutschland, Germany against Turkey. Two of the best playing basketball teams in the Euros. These guys, absolutely, if you watch that Turkey against Greece game, that was absolutely basketball masterclass. Just the way I like it. I love European style of basketball. Not a big fan of it. I love the NBA, but not as nice as European basketball. The ball was passed around, find the open man, shooting the shots. Greatest rugby nation on the planet. I have to agree on that one, Dion. Check that out this evening, 8 o'clock on the channel, Eurobasket. Turkey against Germany, Turkey. It's going to be epic. It's gone. Then, of course, we get into our last section of the show. I always have it last, and it is the North American sports. And, of course, High Life has been waiting for it. Yes, he has. There it is tonight. It starts. It's the WNBA. Oh, playoffs, baby. We have the Minnesota Lynx against the Golden State Valkyries. The Phoenix Mercury against the New York Liberty, Las Vegas Aces against the Seattle Storm, and the Atlanta Dream against the Indiana Fever. Come on, baby. WNBA. Vic said we'll be doing one or two games, so we'll see when that happens. We're closer to the finals, I guess. Then, of course, for everybody out there, also for High Life and for Vic, we do have a bit of NFL. Yes, Commanders beat the Packers there on Friday, 18-27. And the rest of the games are today or on Monday or Tuesday. But I'll run through quickly. Jaguars, Bengals, Giants, Cowboys, Bears, Lions, Rams, Titans, Patriots, Dolphins, 49ers, Saints, Bills, Jets, Seahawks against the Steelers. Shout out to Dominic. Browns against the Ravens, Broncos against the Colts, Panthers against the Cardinals, Eagles against the Chiefs. That is all today. Vic's got his show up there running it, so check out that one. And then on Monday, it's Falcons against Vikings. On Tuesday, Buccaneers against Texans. And the Chargers and the Raiders also there on Tuesday. But it's going to be an interesting one. It's the Super Bowl repeat. Eagles against Chiefs. That one should be an absolutely fantastic game. Don't bother. Leave NFL to the pros. I don't care. Then, of course, we've got another big game coming up. And that is the Giants against the Cowboys. The America's team, both teams have lost their first game. So they're under a bit of pressure there. So, that's your NFL. I'm going to get into our last segment then. That is the Major League Baseball. I'm just going to check because there was one game still carrying on there. Have they finished now? They have finished. Okay, I'll get you that one at the end. Okay, we have the Rays against the Cubs. Rays win 5-4. The Reds and Athletics have just finished and the Athletics win 11-5. Angels losing out to the Mariners 3-6. The Dodgers hammering the Giants 13-7. The Royals losing to the Phillies 6-8. The Pirates beating the Nationals 5-1. The Orioles losing to the Blue Jays 4-5. The White Sox losing to the Guardians 1-3. The Tigers losing to the Marlins 4-6. The Skanky Yankees winning against the Red Sox 5-3. The Texas Rangers winning against the Mets 3-2. Astros beating the Braves 6-2. The Diamondbacks nipping the Twins 5-2. The Cardinals just losing out to the Brewers 8-9. And the Rockies getting spanked by the Padres 3-11. That is our NFL, WNBA, and Major League Baseball. There we go. It's out of here. Guys, don't forget to join us this afternoon for the football. Man City, Man United live on this channel. There might be some shirt tossing again. We will see. Let's check out our poll there quickly before I go. Which field events do you like at the Athletics? It is, well, it's the long jump that wins that one. Long jump is the winner. And otherwise, join us for football, basketball, and a Vic, of course, with the NFL. Guys, have a fantastic day of sports. Go have a nice lunch with the family. That's what I'm going to do afterwards. Chill out on Sunday. Watch a nice game of football. Go United. And everybody out there, have a fantastic Sunday. Join Vic tomorrow morning if you can for the morning show, 7 o'clock as per usual. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And hey, share it with some friends and family. Let's join. Let's grow the channel. So everybody out there, have a fantastic Sunday. Take care. Peace.